It's time. An evil plot unfolds.
Get her! Stop her!
Oh, I suppose the advantage of making all three games at the same time is that you can just keep using the same assets. So you can recognize people.
We managed to capture the eggs, Your Highness. Every last one.
Excellent! Maybe you will amount to something after all. Now go guard the tunnels. Stop anyone from coming through.
Wow. They messed up the sorceress something fierce.
Where are the eggs?
The holes came out on the other side of the dragon worlds. We found some of the eggs, but they were too heavy to carry back.
The other side of the world?
The Forgotten Realms. Spyro, you'll have to go. Nobody else can fit down the holes.
Yeah, come on, let's go!
Good job, Hunter. Good job.
Find the eggs and bring them back, Spyro. You're our only chance.
You got it!
At least we still have the head bash. And yes, it is finally time. We've been through Avalar, we've been through the Dragon Worlds, we did it in the opposite order that I named them, and now we have Let's Play Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. Wait. Yep, Sparx still has his Gem Seeker ability, which is the thing, one of the two things that I really wanted to know about this one, because in the original Spyro 2 you had the ability from the start, but in the original Spyro 3 you actually had to earn it through certain levels, and here we have our collectible. Oh dear. But yeah, they've gone back to the roots of, yeah, you've got a whole bunch of collectibles, but each one of them is its own unique character, with their own name and everything.
Hi, Spyro. To look left or right, use the right stick. To quickly center the camera behind you, tap the center camera button. You can also look all around by pressing the action button.
I'm going to have to test immediately after this recording session is finished because, well,
So, you're the one in charge of rescuing the eggs, huh? How sad. Look here, Dragon. If you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and crawl back into that hole you came through. Those eggs belong to us now, and I've hidden them in places you'll never find in 1,000 years. Besides, even if you could find any eggs, our expertly trained armies would hunt you down and take them back. Do I make myself clear? If I find you here again, I am going to be very angry, and you won't like me when I'm angry.
Alright, I'll give the animation is a bit better, but I don't particularly care for the voice they chose for her. And incidentally, so that I spend as little time backtracking as possible, we're going to skip over Sunny Villa and just collect a whole bunch of treasure. Because I want to get this person out.
Spyro! My, how funny to see you here. Why, I haven't seen you since we defeated Ripto in Avalar.
What's the speed business?
My business went into a slump after you left, so I came here and struck up a nice deal with the local sorceress. Lovely woman she is. Seems to be very fond of dragons, too. The sorceress has asked me to guard Sheila the kangaroo. I suppose if you had a bit more money, I'd be willing to let her escape. Then you could keep her for a pet or something.
Oh boy, 300 gems and need... He's gonna be here a while, I'd say. Oh yeah, I can't exactly say that she's hidden the gems in such an expert fashion, considering that we were able to... hidden the eggs, I mean. In such an expert fashion, considering that we already had one in our possession before even bumping into her. And also, I know from experience, those armies aren't quite as expertly trained as you'd like to think. We still don't have our glide jump, charge jump, glide trick. But then that actually led to a very big
I just found one of those
sequence
portal thing in the
breaking
jigs
glitch.
that leads to a different world, but you'll have to glide to get across to it. Press the jump button, then press jump again while you're in the air to glide. Just follow me.
Jump, press X to jump in. Wonder why Nintendo games didn't have this for their early...
I saw something shiny in that cave over there. Let's go check it out. You can get there by hovering. To hover, just press the action button at the end of your glide.
Yep, I know about... Oh, do not charge into the portal.
Oh, I almost forgot. I found this egg.
Great, thanks. I do not think much of the baby dragon animations for this game, gotta be fair.
There's definitely something shiny at the bottom of this hole. I was about to jump down there, but now I think I hear running water. I hate to get wet. It's a cat thing.
Says the person who had 2 quests in Aquaria Towers.
This is a Superfly power-up, Spyro. Whenever you walk through any power-up that looks like this one, it will allow you to fly for a while.
Oh, that's nice to have. Oh man, short duration though. And then we take the long walk back that involves lots of treasure lying about. Actually, how come Moneybags never picks it up? Is he just... I mean, you can tell that his business went south because you took all your gems back, or rather, Hunter took all your gems back and gave them to you. But that would definitely crash anyone's business, having a mass refund like that, but... yeah. And yes, showing off a bit, why not? Incidentally, if I haven't gone ahead and released skill point videos, then you're probably just watching it straight here, but I still plan on getting the Spyro 2 skill points. It's just Crush is very stubborn. And the Speedway skill points require a lot of time spent practicing. Time
Your
I don't
game
have
camera
anymore.
is currently in passive mode. This mode requires you to manually control the camera. If you like, I can change the game camera to active mode. In active mode, the camera adjusts itself based on your movement.
No.
Okay, I won't change it.
And yet, I actually do remember that in this specific game, there are certain quests where Spyro rides on a tank or something, and if you use the equivalent of the roll button, the camera would actually snap to this angle. It's really awful. Why would they do this? So, but yeah, I always play in passive mode.
I see an egg at the bottom of this lake. I would go get it, but I don't want to get my fur all wet. Maybe you could get it. You can dive underwater by pressing the charge button when you're on the surface, and charge underwater by holding down charge as well.
Man, I really hope this audio corruption isn't going to stick in the game. 2677, 281, egg, Bruce. I don't know, the name Bruce just is inherently funny to me because of those books. They used to be called Stories to Eat with X, and it would be a type of food, but then eventually the author Jackie French gave them actual titles, A Fairy Named Fred, and yep, all the variations of that name you can get. It was very Australian book, very Australian.
I'm getting paid a fortune to keep Sheila the kangaroo locked up. Ha ha! This pesky animal must have been causing a lot of trouble for that poor sorceress. I suppose I could accidentally let the kangaroo escape, if you were to pay me, say, a small fee.
If it's triple digits, it's not a small fee, you...
Spyro, I love your sweet naivete. Your kind-hearted nature might be your downfall someday, but for the time being, it's making me rich. I hope you appreciate this favor I'm doing in letting you out.
That's good of you, mate. No hard feelings, eh?
Right. After all, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
Very satisfying.
I reckon you be one of them dragons then.
Yeah, name's Spyro.
Never thought I'd see one. You dragons used to rule this entire world, you know? Then all of a sudden you left. Poof!
Dragons used to live here?
Didn't you know? They say it was over 1,000 years ago, I think.
And they just left?
Yeah, and the weird thing is, after they left, all the magic in the world just sort of went with them. I mean, they say this world used to have magic coming out of the wazoo. Flying ships, singing forests, wishing stones, you name it. But when the dragons left, it all just dried up.
Is that why some of the portals don't work?
Yeah, they're starting to fade out too, one by one. Well, I gotta get back home and do some damage control. Come visit anytime you like.
Alright, I'll give that her Australian accent isn't quite as blatant in this version. We're 14 minutes in and we've only got 9 gems. What have we been doing with our time? Mostly paying a certain obnoxious bear.
Thanks again, Spyro. Now I have to find out what that nasty sorceress has done to my home while I was locked up.
Definite graphics drop.
Hiya, Sheila. While you were gone, a bunch of Rhinox kicked us out of our houses. It's okay, though. Bobby, Pete, and I are working on a clever plan to take them back.
Yeah, I do remember how to play this.
You see that Rhinox guy up ahead? He's still mad at us for hanging his underpants on top of this tree. We'll just wait over here while you give him a swift kick.
Yeah, I do actually want to... Oh, hello. Oh yeah, that's right. This game, it goes back to the old enemies drop gems instead of stealing their souls in order to feed the power-ups. It definitely does feel a bit
You can
different.
get up really steep cliffs like this one with your double jump. Press the jump button, then press it again exactly when you hit the ground to do a double jump. Once you've mastered it, you can go anywhere you want.
I want to get one specific bit of dialogue though.
Home at last. Here, I was saving this to make an omelette, but I think you deserve it more.
A dragon omelette. You monster. Ooh, what did they do to the baby dragons? In the original they were cartoonish, but it was a limitation of the system, and they at least didn't feel like you're supposed to be making fun of them. Here, if all of them are gonna be that bad, then oh boy. Not enough hours in the day to complain about that. Now then, I think it's this one.
Last time we tried to get past this moose, he knocked Billy clean through a wall. If you don't mind, we'll just hang out here while you give him a good kicking.
Yep. Oh. The moose do actually look like proper threats though. My timing is all off. I also feel like that should be breakable, but maybe. Oh yeah, the stomp. Very satisfying. I'm certain that there's a hidden room that you've got to kick your way into. It's just... oh. Well, I don't know about a hidden room that needs to be broken down with a kick, but I can certainly see some things to stomp. And I see the map is actually there. How handy. And if you'll excuse me.
Hey Sheila, let's play a joke. Take this egg and smash it on Billy's house, okay? I need to get him back for the last time he butted me off the cliff.
They look like rabbits! That... ugh. It just struck me, that's exactly what they look like, and I don't like that.
Those Rhinox have taken over. There'll be no stopping them unless we can smash their huts. They're too big to smash with your kick attack, though. Try using your stomp attack to smash them instead. I'll confuse the Rhinox with taunts while you stomp their huts, okay? You remember how to stomp, don't you? Just jump, then press the action button in the air.
Alright, they at least sound different. Rather than being the same voice each time. If there is one thing to keep in mind about this game is that this was when Insomniac was starting to run out of ideas for Spyro. Pretty much. It's why we've got all these swapping characters, and there's going to be plenty more signs of that in the game to come, so don't you worry, we'll get to that in due time. And the timing on the second jump just feels slightly slower than I remember it for some reason. I have to ask, what do those Is it just me, or is there something on the moose's antlers? Also, what do people have against Billy? His name is uncreative, but he didn't seem like that bad a person.
Oh, you can have this egg I found in my house.
Yeah, he's the one person who...
If you ever forget how to control a character or vehicle, just go to the pause menu and select controls.
Alright then. He's the one person who wasn't in some sort of baby dragon genocide scheme. 1 out of 3. And, you know, looking at this now, it's actually not the best thing that they just took the whole everybody has an orb and don't realize how important they are story element and translated that straight into the yeah, it was in Spyro 2, orbs were the main collectible, and a lot of people with quests had orbs, and they just say, yeah, here's this shiny thing, I got it from X and or Y and such. I was going to use this to buy potatoes, but I don't need it anymore. And all sorts of lines along that level. And it's okay because they're orbs. But this... Okay, there's a little alcove. Yeah, it doesn't translate so well with dragon eggs because they're dragon eggs. And there's a trophy. And there's all the gems. And I actually want to show, if you don't use the portal at the end of the level but go back into these little huts.
That was fun! I tell you, Spyro, kicking Rhinoc butt just never gets old. Goodbye, Spyro. I'm sure I'll see you around.
Yeah. I don't imagine many people know about the little text you get from returning to the little hub at the start of these character locked levels. But with that done, well, now we have Sheila, and there's a couple of side quests in other portals that we wouldn't have gotten through otherwise. So we'll have fun with picking the next level in the next episode. I really hope that my audio isn't as bad as my headset is making it out to be. But until then guys, take care. I'll see you all around.